Hello guys, today we're playing a new game called Wooden Battles. I've jumped right into Conquest mode just to preview a lot of how the game works. This game is actually pretty simple with how it often works. It's mostly just trying to get a big army and defeat your enemies. It seems pretty simple. Isn't much more to it. You've got the different enemies. But right now you start at peace. It's got a tech tree, it's got reports, it's got interesting stuff. You got a pause button. For a very old game, it works pretty nicely. Now you keep taking these squares and you can get more income, and you can have technically more land than enemies. More land than enemies is often good. And getting more land quicker is better. The only people that end up normally surviving is yellow and orange, and then down here it'll maybe be blue or purple. Your goal is just to get as strong as you can and take out your enemies. These campaigns can take quite a long time, but they can be very fun. Now, there are neutral armies that will come around, coming from these neutral castles. As the player, or as the AI, you're going to want to get a lot of units captured. These allow you to build units in different places and make you more money. And the AI will often go for these forts before they take anything else, which significantly makes you stronger. So really what I want is I want to take this. But you need to get very strong. And as the other enemies will all fight with each other. So we see that purple and blue, they're often going to fight each other. Then there is green, or there's like a cyan. This is normal blue. And there's orange and yellow. Now what we're going to need to do is we're actually going to need to fight the neutrals. Now what you can do is end up luring the enemy. And that's what you really want to do. Riflemen tend not to go for the enemy. Hopefully the enemy doesn't see. Oh no. It's a shame. But we're going to be able to fight them. What we want to do is get battles to get points for the research tree, which will significantly make us stronger and unlock new units, as we cannot produce new units yet. Now what we want to do is we want to take little pockets of land from other people, of the other colony colors. You see, we're starting to get significantly more money as we have more land, and we are making the most at the moment. And we can go to war with green first, as they will be the easiest target. What we're going to try to do is get a bunch of armies or one big army, so we can attack one of these forts and then hopefully get a second fort. Hopefully 76 units is a big enough army to get this. Now in the beginning you can only have 2 armies deployed at once, so you have to be very strategic. Now we should be going into battle, yes. What we're going to do is we're just going to have a couple lines of infantry, and we're going to hope that their army gets split up enough in firing that they don't kill over stuff. We take care of a lot of their units, and we destroy their structure. It looks like we're going to end up winning, hopefully, because we have an overwhelming advantage. Yep, and we win. We end up taking it, and we can start producing units in here. We can start not worrying about our main castle and putting stuff in here. Now we can do this. We can actually just go for more damage on our riflemen and get cannons. Cannons will allow us to have a much higher firepower army. Now we lost about 40 infantry in that attack. Now what we can do is actually end up going after these white guys. save the cannons, actually. I probably shouldn't have placed them, but there's that. And then being on defense means you've actually fired first. And the cannons should come in and end up doing something, or not. It's perfectly. We earn 2 battle points. Faster reload speed on cannons. Capable. So we're just gonna go fight these guys. We don't have the army to be able to take another one of the castles here, just so they come in from the side. In fact, we'll probably go after those guys. Getting them to get more battle points. We're gonna kind of wait though and see we're capturing even more land. Report. We have the most areas. We are technically the strongest by far. But once you actually start fighting the enemy colors, they tend to ramp up very quickly. This one is actually kill all of them. Place all the blocks here. There. And what we can do is we can just win. Because they just want to destroy the blocks. And we get to their flag first, and we get battle at speed. Because we won, we have more. Now what we're going to do is end up getting musketeers. And fighting. Yo. I think we might have just lost a game. Now we're going to lose another. 2 battle points. This allows for more infantry damage. And infantry damage is actually quite strong to have. We're going to split them up very much, and we're going to just overwhelm them. A couple more infantry. Now the max units you can have in an army is actually 100. So you have to be very strategic with how you do it. Ooh, that one's very weak. What we're going to do here is just a massive charge. Hopefully the cannons don't take too much of the damage. They're mostly there just to kind of do some damage to the structures. Cannons can be very strong in open fields as long as they're not targeted. Now hopefully we can get to there quickly. Because if that's already wrecked, that'll be very good for us. And then what we can do is we can actually increase infantry damage again. Oh. It actually, oh no, it's a bit damaged. Hopefully this means we can end up taking it. Okay, losing some infantry right away, but it looks like the other stuff quickly destroyed. And we win and we take another fort. This will be kind of almost a force to take, or to kind of gamble with the enemy. I guess these are going to be good for skirmishing, the musketeers. And you'll learn why. And actually, we're going to want to increase their damage by a lot. What we're going to do is we're going to try getting a tunnel in one spot. Now to fight the enemy, we're going to need a big army. Now what we could do is we could try going after the purples. The purples are fairly weak. However, reinforcements would be far and thin, and green is honestly a bigger threat. So if we go for cannons, we'll just be stronger. Now it's interesting, so you can only have 100 units in here. So you have to be very careful with that. You can have a ton in the barrack, or in the garrison too. You can have 100 here, 100 here. So you can have multiple armies, but you're trying to limit army sizes. And you can overstack this limit, so you can just keep producing as soon as you leave. Have some leave. now we can have this big old army stationed right outside the greens. Then we can have one army standing right here for this. And we can get a ton of these musketeers. We can actually stop producing. What we're going to do is we're going to have actually one here going to here. Start taking their land. Now we're just going to keep building up that army. What we're going to do is we're going to declare on green. So now we're taking their land. Going to be. Ooh. This actually has a lot of stuff in it. Soldiers for us to fight. We want to space out the cannons because they can actually shoot each other. Yeah, the snipers are going to do a lot of damage. Ooh, we're losing a lot of men, actually. Wow. So we're going to need a lot more stuff than what we had. And it's okay that we lost all that, because as long as we end up getting skirmishes with them, we'll be in a good spot. Now we're taking their army or their land, so we're actively winning in this. And as soon as they start bringing out armies, we can just take out these guys. We're actually going to have these guys go into garrison, though. It seems to be that green isn't very active. None of them are. And they'll get very active as soon as they start getting stronger. I do think this isn't a strong enough force. We do need to build an attacking force again. And we just need to get the experience to actually take them out. So we're going to show this. Oh, look at that. They've got an army. If they're going for that, that's good. Boom, we win. Oh, wait. Are we gonna lose? No, we're not. This is a very cheeky strategy, but it ends up allowing you to win hard fights just by distracting the enemy. So now we are in a position where we can fight the enemy on our own terms. Now, I'm going to keep building up a big army of infantry. As soon as this army is done, I'm going to end up fighting these guys. Yep. So what's so strong about these guys? Well, they're fairly good at one thing, bayonet charging. And taking very minimal, if any, losses. They're not good for much else, though. We will get the ability to siege them soon enough, though. Ooh, we might not win this, actually. They might get there first. Yeah, they're gonna get there first. Wow, so close. Yes. Bayonets, chargers are very strong. See, they don't even lose any, and we take them all out. This can be very strong. We are almost at the point at which we can start getting mortars to lay siege on the enemy. Thus will allow us to take bases much quicker, which I am now capable of doing. What's going to be nice is actually getting it, because they have limited ammo, and once they run out of ammo, they die. So you must end up using them very sparingly. Often using them before anything else. Simulate. Whatever, just go after their stuff. Now, what's nice about green is that green is actually a very infantry heavy and not very good at much. they send out weak infantry often. And I can just slowly leech off of green. Yeah, it's an easy victory every time. We get these mortars and we'll be in a good spot, and because we can increase ammo, now we have extra strong units. But now green is rendered useless. Only 9 of them, so that means my 1 infantry actually ended up taking out like 1 of theirs. And what you can do is you can actually just have multiple different groups like this, or have multiple places building units at the same time to make production quicker, especially of significantly more time-consuming units. I do think that this is actually probably going to be enough to do a lot of real damage, so we could probably come in with these guys. I don't know why we lost so many, so I'm definitely not simulating again. Yeah, it's not hard to lose any. Now what we are going to do is actually just end up waiting for that, bringing it to there. Let's have more being built here. Get the 5 mortars. Try to get a little bit more XP. Yep. We can have max level of these mortars. So now that once we have all of them, then we can end up beating the green fortresses. So what we're going to do is we're going to end up taking these right outside to here. Having an army of riflemen and musketeers right outside. Get more of these. Get the 19 mortars. 19 mortars are instantly going to go in. Now what the mortars are going to do is quite interesting. Have them kind of spread out so they go for different targets. What they will do is that. Those are just rapid rates. Until there's nothing. Unfortunately though, they start wasting their shots. And Sweden though. We actually got awarded 16 battle points for that. Oh, well, we didn't get anything else with that, but we're just going to kind of do this, and we get to keep doing this. Mortars are very strong, but once you start using them, it's very hard. And they're very inaccurate. We're down a lot of units. I don't know how else to explain this except that they're dead. Yeah. What we're going to do is we're going to camp them, and now look at how much land I have. I have the power to fully destroy these guys at my will. And now, I can just research as I will for the most part. I really hope I can get semi-auto rifles. In fact, I could probably start with destroying their base pretty quickly. Yeah, this is just more easy stuff. Now what I can do is end up mortaring going to end up actually just trying to put everything all at once. Have a couple groups. I think just going in with a couple mortars is alright, and I'll find Annie. Then we'll go for the blues. So we're going to have 14 mortars go in on them. Then we're going to have the 19 simulate. Have this going in for there. This will end up weakening their base. I don't think it's end up destroying their base. Yeah. We're just going to try to take this out real quick. There. And what we do with this is we end up just taking this. You see, now we can take this easily with just a horde of men. Oh no, wait, they have mortars though. Ooh, this was a really bad idea. Doing what I did. Oh, we're gonna lose all of our men. Nope, we win. And green has been eliminated. And what you do if you want to defend yourself from people is you decide to just keep your borders safe. So you build skirmishing armies around the outside. And here we're going to need some defense, so we're going to build some more skirmishers. We're actually going to move our mortar army to this production facility. We're going to move our musketeers to in here. We're going to move these back to here. We're going to put some infantry in here. We're actually going to make a bunch of infantry for here. We're going to put 20 at least. And then we're going to go with more mortars. Go for some more of these guys. Get some infantry for defense. Because if we go to war with multiple people at the same time, or they both declare after I declare, or they just both decide to, I'd be in a very poor spot. Oh. I don't know why green's at war with yellow, but yellow and purple are at war. Which means these opposite sides are all at war. Why? Who knows? But I think we're going to end up saving up here.